favorite crew on deck every week. Sport Cruise, where sport meets vibe.
That is a princely strike from John Duran. Open mouth or.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
My brain working all day like say I know be my mate. The street keep urging me to do more. Once more I come with this brand new one. Own animosity, happy the great one. I'm a boy sure I'm beyond the beef talk. But you more just like chameleon. All I'm she got a love bag. I think you should know. So I beg you, Papa, let me make it happen. I'm still incredible. I from Nigeria, street credibility together. Check my fans, don't be lie, yeah, don't be lie, yeah, don't be lie, don't be lie, give me one love, as I come here before you, I will talk about as I see her. Any sugar cover call me your malam and I know you understand. I'm nice. You go to stress and town, no they use for right farm. I know. We always peacefully do it very nicely. Always try to work and nobody. These school friends are nice. Guaranteed to always nice on your body. I know it sounds like bragging, but it's true that I'm talking. Street credibility, yeah. Check my fans, don't be lie, yeah, don't be lie, yeah, don't be lie, don't be lie, categorically I'm the best, mentally, no saying I'm the cutest, physically, don't doubt me, I go bring them Grammy, credible, remarkable, unbeatable, palatable, reliable.
A very good evening to you. Welcome to Sports Cruise on your Super Mainland 98.3 FM. It's the Thursday edition, and that means this is the last English edition of the show for the week. By tomorrow, you have to join Game Changer from 6 to 8 p.m. For special edition in Yoruba language. It's a pleasure to have you join us. What a week we are having at the moment. From the Wimbledon to a preparation for Silverstone. Could this be a profitable homecoming for Lewis Hamilton? There's Formula 1 this weekend. And of course, the FIFA World Cup is still going on strong. 9 African teams got through to the round of 32 at the World Cup. But guess what? It seems to, be a fate of a destined minute, 86 minutes or thereabouts. They're always finding the way to fail to hold on to lead. From DR Congo against 3 Lions yesterday with the Regos goal scorer for England, talking about the captain, the man that has scored 73 goals for club and country this season alone. Got the double yesterday. 2 assists from Anthony Gordon, the man that came in to replace the man is most likely going to replace at Barcelona. Talking about Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford. 2 quick goals for England. And of course, Senegal also failed to hold on to a 2-0 lead against the Red Devils of Belgium as they considered 2 goals in 163 seconds before the captain of the Belgian team, talking about the captain of the side pulling off a late penalty in extra time to condemned the Teranga Lions of Senegal to a 3-2 defeat. So Senegal is out, DR Congo is out, Ivory Coast is out, South Africa is out. Let's see what will be the fate of the other African countries remaining: Ghana, Cape Verde, that will play Argentina, and there is also still Algeria and Egypt are still very much in this competition. We look through all of those on the show today. We have big games also coming up tonight. We look at the result of games that were decided yesterday for Thomas Tuchel. He said yesterday's game was one of the best games they played in this tournament, but Ḥarikane was more emphatic. Ḥarikane said yesterday was their best game of the tournament. It was so close, super close for the likes of Jean Wiza, the likes of the former Manchester United defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and they were so close to continuing their magical run at the World Cup. But unfortunately, the superior power, perhaps, maybe a case of inferiority complex, the way African teams have capitulated at the point that it mattered the most in this World Cup. We look into all of those. We'll also look at big games we're expecting to have tonight across board and the early hours of tomorrow morning as well. So it's a big deal. So you're welcome to the show once again. Every Monday to Thursday, we do the English conversation from 6 to 7 p.m. We'll help you to run through the hustle and bustle of Lagos. And on Thursday, it is Throwback Thursday. So you get to listen to songs of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and maybe if I'm joyful enough, I'll give you songs of the early 2000s. I started this conversation today with, I think, one of Nigeria's greatest collaboration of all time, Street Credibility, Nice, and the legendary Two-Face Idibia, the one everyone calls Stu Baba. Solid evergreen song, always, putting you in the groove. Well, clubs are falling. The Giants are still going on strong. 2 players on 6 goals, 2 players on 5 goals, 2 players on 4 goals. The big stars are living up to their reputation. Harry Kane, Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele. These guys are shining in the magic. And the ageless 38-year-old Lionel Messi are leading the scorer chart with 6 goals. Closely followed by the man that is just 1 goal adrift of equaling his World Cup goal record. A bit is still about maybe give and take, say 9 or 10 years younger than him. Well, Kylian Mbappe is just 27. He's been to 3 World Cups. He's won 1. He's lost 1 final. And he's looking like the Trojan horse that would inspire the Les Blues, the French national team, to their 3rd World Cup final in 12 years. And that would be magical. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Lionel Messi has scored 6 goals already, 5 in 2, 1 against Jordan. And they will be playing against Cape Verde, the lowest ranked team left in this tournament. And the Cinderella story of the FIFA World Cup. We look into all of those on the show today. So once again, you are welcome. As you would have noticed since yesterday, I've been driving solo, and it's going to be like that for the next couple of days as my co-host Agbatomi is away on the higher official assignment, and it's a pleasure. He sent me a couple of videos and pictures. My boy is looking dapper all the way in Qatar. Of course, he will be connecting flights to Singapore. I'm sure you saw Agbatomi. Yes, that's how we roll. I remember he is the apex ambassador for the Lagos youth ambassador. So it's on official capacity. We don't joke around here. So we run through some of the stories, games, and result of games that were decided yesterday. Let's run through those ones. England 3 Lions defeated DR Congo by 2-1, as the Red Devils of Belgium also defeated the Teranga Lions of Senegal by 3-2. The other game decided in the early hours of this morning. Host nation United States, after Folarin Balogun had given them the lead, he also got recorded in that game, so he's going to be missing their next match. Bosnia also got knocked out. That was probably one of the most one-sided games I've seen so far in this World Cup. They almost didn't give nothing as a challenge to the host nation, the United States. So they defeated Bosnia and Herzegovina by 2-0. Spain, the defending champions of the European Championship, will take on Austria tonight at 8 p.m. and later at midnight Nigerian time. One of the countries tipped to win this World Cup, but they've also failed to raise the standard. Talking about Cristiano Ronaldo inspired Portugal would host another ageless team. Talking about Croatia, they were 3rd at some point, they were 4th at some point, they came 2nd at the World Cup in Russia 2018, where they lost to France by 4-2. They came 3rd in the last time. This time they're still going strong, inspired by 41-year-old former Real Madrid superstar, talking about Luka Modric. They would be facing Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal at 12 midnight, and by 4 a.m. there's going to be Switzerland and another African representative, Algeria. So it's a full loaded fixture of games as we are continuing to build up to the round of 16 of the FIFA World Cup.
Hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks
Hurricanes scored a brilliant double to inspire England to a comeback and win over DR Congo and set up a World Cup last 16 showdown with co-host Mexico. Tᴏᴜᴛ Cʀᴜɪsᴇ side were given a huge scare by DR Congo, who scored through Brian Kipenga at 7 minutes into the first world knockout game in their history. But Hurricane, as expected, came to the rescue of the Three Lions. After heading in substitute Anthony Gordon's cross to bring England level with a quarter of an hour remaining, Hurricane rifled home a stunning 86-minute winner to also complete the comeback. The double takes Hurricane above England, above Brazilian legend Pelé on 13 goals at the World Cup and ensure England will face Mexico at the Azteca Stadium in the last 16 knockout on Monday. Of course, England were made to work hard for the victory, with Kipenga capitalizing on defensive disarray to beat Jordan Pickford at his near post for the shock opener before DR Congo goalkeeper Ḽɪsᴛ made a string of saves to keep England at bay in the other end. Jude Bellingham was thwarted on 3 occasions, while Marcus Rashford had a shot cleared off the line by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, leaving it to Kane to make the breakthrough, having earlier been controversially denied a penalty after going to the ground following contact from Mpasi inside the box 18. England laboured for a long period against their disciplined opponent, but Tuchel's changes made a difference, and Hurricanes' emphatic winner fired into the roof of the net after finding space amid the crowd of defenders kept their World Cup hope alive. Well, let's run through some of the major talking points of the game. In the 7th minute, Kipenga beat Jordan Pickford at the near post as DR Congo scored a shocking opener. England finally have their first shot on target as Jude Bellingham's header was palmed away by Lionel Mpasi off the line. Marcus Rashford had a shot cleared off the line, courtesy of his former Manchester United teammate Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and off the post again. England were left off as Young Wizard hit the post from a close range in a goal you would expect him to have scored. But Hurricane was controversially penalized for diving after apparently to have been caught by the DR Congo goalkeeper Lionel Mpasi in the box. While Jude Bellingham is denied again by Mpasi as he saved his header from non-Mwandoke's cross. Mpasi keeps out Hurricane's shot in the near post in the 53rd minute. Mpasi also kept DR Congo in the game. Jude Bellingham deflected effort was well saved. Breakthrough. Hurricane gave the leveler in the 75th minute courtesy of a substitute Anthony Gordon's cross, and of course Anthony Gordon still gave another cross for Hurricanes, finding himself putting himself in good space in the Congolese box and rifling an unstoppable strike into the top corner for his 13th goal of the World Cup. England progress to the last 16 is all that matters ultimately. Nobody would remember the below performance in the round of 32 if they go on and leave the trophy. But Tᴏᴜᴛ Cʀᴜɪsᴇ, as England would be under no illusion about their area of improvement. Defensive, there were question marks, summed up by the errors that led to the opener. Enzri Konsa and Maguire were close together, dragging the Spence out of position to cover. Nõᴜ failed to track back, and Jordan Pickford was beaten easily by DR Congo. Don't forget your life on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM, and we're going to be focusing on the FIFA World Cup from now till the end of the tournament, especially as we continue to push for African team maybe to go a step further than Morocco did the last time out in Qatar, where they made it to the semi-finals. Perhaps the only African team so far that have also made it to the round of 16 after knocking out one of the biggest teams in this tournament in Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, we're due for a break. When we come back, we'll look into the result of games yesterday, the game that would also be decided tonight at 8 p.m. and much later by 12 midnight, it is going to be Portugal and Croatia. Another African side would also be in action much later. That is going to be Algeria as they take off Switzerland. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Cʀᴜɪnᴜ and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom are about to cut the cake.
It's about to go down.
Wait!
My love, wetin happen?
Before I marry you, the TV where you promise, the fridge nko, where e dey? Washing machine nko, will I be using my hands to wash clothes in 2026?
Cancel this wedding. Relax, everybody. Who said I must buy everything once? I use CDK. CDK? Yes, so I dey pay small. Fridge, washing machine, even solar system. Na CDK.
So all those things don't already dey house?
Abba, since last month.
Pastor, continue the wedding.
Walk on that, join together. Why stress yourself? Get phones, TVs, solar appliances, furniture, and more on CDK. Pay small. Zero interest, normal market price. Download CDK today. Telephone 0707 454 3005. CDK. Pay small, live big.
OneXBet, where sports come alive. Join the game on promo on the site or app. Win an iPhone 16 and cash prizes up to 750,000 naira. Enter promo code Nigeria on and boost your game. OneXBet, game on, together in the game. Bet responsibly. 18 plus. T's and C's apply.
New Bisco Costa time is for you and I. You can vibe with it at snack time. You can enjoy it. You can share it. You can enjoy it. New Bisco there for you, for me and for all. Creamy, crunchy. Pick it, eat it. Have it, share it. New Bisco there for you. Creamy, crunchy. Pick it, eat it. Have it, share it. New Bisco there for you.
Creamy, crunchy, new Bisco Coaster.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
OneXBet, where sports come alive. Visit the site or app and join the game on promo. Get a chance to win an iPhone 16, cash prizes up to 750,000 naira, and a weekly free bet of up to 20%. More bets mean more tickets and rewards. Enter the promo code Nigeria on and boost your game to the max. OneXBet, game on, together in the game. Bet responsibly. 18 plus. T's and C's apply.
At Mainland FM, we take our stand between the power and the people, not partisan. We bend to no side. Truth is our side, and we never run. Bitter or sweet, we say it straight. Building fairness for all sides. Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
New Bisco Costa time is for you and I. You can vibe with it at snack time. You can enjoy it. You can share it. You can enjoy it. New Bisco there for you, for me and for all. Creamy, crunchy. Pick it, eat it. Have it, share it. New Bisco there for you. Creamy, crunchy. Pick it, eat it.
Creamy, crunchy, new Bisco Coaster.
Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom.
Tasty top supreme noodles, it go spark up your mood. So delicious, so tasty, young and old them love it. Spring it chewy with better aroma. Rich with real chicken essence.
Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom.
Sidap Supreme Noodles with real chicken essence.
Supreme noodles boom boom.
Sidap Supreme Noodles.
1xBet, where sports come alive. Join the game on promo on the site or app. Win an iPhone 16 and cash prizes up to 750,000 naira. Enter promo code Nigeria on and boost your game. 1xBet, game on, together in the game. Bet responsibly. 18 plus. T's and C's apply.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one where your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Election day is not Owambe Day. It is not movie and football day. It is not laundry day. Election day is the day you decide your next 4 years. The law says every Nigerian 18 and above can choose their leader. So when you say your vote does not matter and you stay home, you forfeit your right to demand accountability. One vote has sacked bad leaders before. One vote has built clinics. One vote can change your street. So this election day, wake up, carry your PVC, go to your polling unit and vote peacefully. Because if you do not vote, you don't get to complain later. Your right, your vote, your future. This message is brought to you by Mainland 98.3 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom are about to cut the cake.
It's about to go down.
Wait!
My love, wetin happen?
Before I marry you, the TV where you promise, the fridge nko, where e dey? Washing machine nko, will I be using my hands to wash clothes in 2026?
Cancel this wedding. Relax, everybody. Who said I must buy everything once? I use CDK. CDK? Yes, so I dey pay small. Fridge, washing machine, even solar system. Now CDK.
So all those things don't already dey house?
Abba, since last month.
Pastor, continue the wedding.
Why stress yourself? Get phones, TVs, solar appliances, furniture, and more on CDK. Pay small. Zero interest, normal market price. Download CDK today. Telephone 0707-454-3005.
CDK, pay small, live big.
Oh, yes! He did it! That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
This is not your regular sports show. This is Sport Cruise, only on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. From hot transfer gist to Champions League drama, from Nigeria football madness to global sport cruise, we bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
On your marks, get set.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
No long talk. This is where sports meets swagger.
Hello, my name is Cʀᴜɪ紛 and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
The secret way me I use for all these women now. Now the magic word. No long thing. You tell them no long thing, just tell them Tongolo. You understand? Any woman where you like. You know what you tell them, they listen and hear my spirit.
Me, I beat the band, my jam
and more friends then they call me Cʀᴜɪsᴇ. I don't get the grief for womanology. I just study the woman is you know me. When they make them they follow me. For the clubs then they take off their tell them the cocoa. Make a tell them the cocoa. I make a tell them the cocoa. If I tell them the cocoa, make a tell them the cocoa. When you see woman who you like, you just use the magic word. You say Tungolo, Tungolo, Tungolo,
Of course, thank you very much. One of my favorite of all time, Tungolo from the Cocoa Master himself. I'm the Banj, like my Jamaican friends will call me, Hamskibanj. Okay, welcome back to Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. Before we went on that break, we gave a result of games that were decided yesterday. I will have so much more for you as you join. And we'll also open the phone lines. I would ask you, why do you think African teams are struggling to hold on to leads at this World Cup, from DR Congo to even Ivory Coast and now to Senegal? They've not been able to hold on to late lead into the game that will have given them the chance to progress to the next stage of the World Cup. South Africa were knocked out first by one of the co-hosts, Canada, in the first game of the round of 32. And now England have also knocked out DR Congo, the 10th team and the last African team to qualify for the World Cup after dropping the Super Eagles at some point before they won the continental qualifiers to make African get 10 slots at the World Cup. 9 of them progressed to the round of 32, and it looks like they are falling. I've also questioned the fact that none of the African teams topped their groups. In fact, majority of them had to come through via the third best placed team, including Senegal. So you have to question their mentality going into the knockout stages, and we've seen how they've taken leads and they failed to capitalize on those leads. Once again, you're welcome to the show. We'll move away a bit from the sports stories and let's look at some of the club side that already are making big moves in the transfer window, and none can be bigger than the North London side at Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur have agreed a record £100 million deal for Newcastle's Sandro Tonali. The midfielder is expected to fly to London from Milan on Thursday, that's tomorrow, to undergo his medical and complete the formalities of his move. Spurs are yet to pay Spurs are set to pay the £92.5 million plus £7.5 million add-ons, achievable add-ons for the 26-year-old. Tonali is expected to earn more than £275,000 per week at Spurs and was keen to work under Tottenham boss and fellow Italian Roberto Di Zerbi, despite interest from elsewhere, including Manchester City. As it stands right now, for the second day running, Tottenham have committed to smashing their transfer record after agreeing £85 million with West Ham for midfielder Matheus Fernandes. The arrival of Fernandes at Tonali are set to take Tottenham Hotspur spending through to the £200 million barrier, with just the transfer window yet to officially open. Spurs have spent £52 million on defender John Paul Van Eyck from Brighton, while they have brought in Andy Robertson, Marcos Senesi and Martin Dubravka on free transfer. This signals a big shift in transfer strategy from the club following a back-to-back 17th place Premier League finishes after the club narrowly escaped relegation on the final day of last season. The prospective deals for Fernandes and Tonali comes after Spurs agreed on Wednesday to sell Luka Vučović for £50 million to Brighton. Tonali is a very good sign. He's one of my favorite players in the Premier League. He's a proper player. That is coming from one of the analysts on the English press. Whenever I watch Tottenham, I always think they're a bit overrun in the midfield. They do not really dominate games, and Tonali will make them better. But for Di Zerbi, it is a major push to get better than the last 17th place finishes in the past 2 seasons. Even though with an Europa League title, they've not looked at the team that was ready to compete with any of the teams in London, not to talk of the teams in the Premier League. So a major deal for Tottenham Hotspur from Sandro Tonali, and of course they also brought in Matheus Fernandes. Talking about movement and players that are retiring, from Arsenal midfielder Santi Cazorla has retired from playing football at the age of 41. The former Spain international won 2 FA Cups with the Gunners, scoring a free free kick against All City in 2014 and won the Euros twice with his national side Spain. His career was almost ended in 2016 as he contracted a gangrene following an operation, but incredibly he recovered after 11 different surgeries to play on and ended his career with 3 years at his boyhood club Oviedo. And now that everything is ending, when the boots are being hung up and the noise is turning into silence, everything fits together because the ending wasn't just anywhere. I was at home and I'm happy where I'm ending, said Cazorla on his verified X page via a video. The club said they would like me to stay on in any role or capacity that I choose, and I choose what makes me happy. Cazorla decided to come back earning the minimum salary allowed by the league and donated all his image rights to the club, said Oviedo in a statement. In return, he asked that 10% of the sales of his jersey be entirely dedicated to the Oviedo Youth Academy to contribute to the future growth of our football and the club. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have more transfer stories to give you on the show today. Before we come back to the World Cup page and talking about teams that are breaking it. Well, for Tottenham Hotspur again, they broke their record initially before they signed Sandro Tonali, as they've completed the signing of midfielder Matheus Fernandes for West Ham for a record £85 million. As Spurs have not confirmed the length of the contract for the 21-year-old who has played only once for Portugal and is not part of the World Cup squad. Fernandes has spent the past 2 seasons in the Premier League with Southampton and West Ham, although each club were relegated to the Championship. I've admired Matheus for a long time because he combines quality on the ball with intensity and intelligence that are so important in a way that we want to play, said sports coach Roberto De Zerbi. Despite his age, he already has good experience in the Premier League and has shown quality and consistency at the top level. Matheus Fernandes is comfortable under pressure, can progress the ball, work hard for the team, and also had the courage to make things happen, especially in difficult moments. I believe this is the ideal movement for him to continue his development. Tottenham Hotspur solved competition from Manchester United, who are unwilling to match the fee agreed by Spurs, which is a guaranteed £85 million without any add-ons. Fernandes was viewed as a primary target for the North London club after the bid for Sandro Tonali was rejected by Newcastle. However, Spurs have now agreed a deal of £100 million for the Italian midfielder. They made a fast start at the summer transfer window with Fernandes and the 5th signing already. After the arrival of goalkeeper Martins Dubravka and defenders Marco Senesi, Andy Robertson and John Paul Van Eyck. It is very exciting in the next few days, and let's see where we can go from here.
And keep on wishing. Remember your dream is your only scheme. So keep on pushing.
You're live from Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. We go back to some stories. As Senegal midfielder Pape Gueye said he would not be joining the national team and is taking a break from playing for his country as long as the current management is in charge. The 27-year-old decision follows Senegal, who were managed by Papatiao, letting a 2-goal lead slip as they were dramatically beaten by Belgium in their last round of 32 games at the World Cup. Habib Diarra and Ismail Assar deservedly put Senegal in front before late goals from Romelu Lukaku, Iṛsᴜn said the game into extra time. Belgium are awarded a controversial penalty in the 125th minute, and Tielemans scored from the spot to knock Senegal out. Of course, Pape Gueye, who plays for La Liga side Villarreal in Spain, also called the Yellow Submarine, started the game but was replaced by Lamine Camara in the 66th minute. I will come back to say a few words after the elimination, but I'm announcing today that as long as this coaching staff is in place, I'll be taking a break from national team, according to Pape Gueye, who has won 45 caps for Senegal and scored twice in their group stage win over Iraq. That is on his verified social media handle. Papetiao will be in charge of the Senegalese team. He's been in charge since December 2024 and was at the heart of the controversy which resulted in his side being stripped of the 2025 African Cup of Nations title. Atel ushered his team off the pitch when Morocco were awarded a stoppage time penalty in the AFCON final in January 2026. The players eventually returned after a delay of about 17 minutes before Brahim Diaz's penalty was saved by and Gueye scored in extra time winner. However, Morocco were declared winner of the tournament in March when the Confederation of African Football overturned the result of the final result following Senegal's walk-off. Senegal have lodged an appeal with the Court of Arbitration for Sport and I hope they regain their title. And when the penalty was awarded for Belgium yesterday after the foul on Iṛsᴜn, I was thinking that the coach would also tell the players to walk off the pitch as they did in the final of the African Cup of Nations in January against the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Well, they didn't walk off yesterday, and of course, as you'd expect, Iṛsᴜ, the man that was far picked up, dusted himself up, and converted in a cool, calm 125th minute winner to take the Red Devils into the round of 16 of the World Cup. Of course, a bit away from football, let's look at some Formula One story as Lewis Hamilton has assessed his prospect at the British Grand Prix this weekend after what he labeled as a reality check for Ferrari the last time in Austria. With 7-time world champion, hopeful that energy from his own crowd can bring him the extra bit of speed. Lewis Hamilton will return to Silverstone this weekend for his second home event since joining the Scuderia. At the track being one of the which he has scored a record-breaking 9 victories and enjoyed plenty of memorable moments across the years. Reflecting firstly on the bond between himself, the fans, and the circuit, Hamilton explained during Tuesday's media says it goes 20 years strong, so it is pretty deep. I've been building for a long time since my 4 pole position in 2007. It's a phenomenon that we've come this far and we're still here. I heard that we're going to have the biggest crowd this weekend that we've probably ever had. It is such a privilege for us, the Brits, to be here representing the country. Also, in the height of all of this sporting movement, you've got the Wimbledon going on, the World Cup as well, with England winning yesterday, which was good for us. Looking back at the Austrian Grand Prix, where he finished in 5th just 2 weeks ago from his commanding win in Barcelona, Hamilton shared further insight into why the weekend was a reality check for Ferrari, the squad having struggled to match the pace of their rival. Obviously, we had some great performances before, but the fact is this: if you can see in the race, we lose quite a lot of time. I think it's like 4/10 of a lap we lost in straight line, so it is hard to recover when you go on such a silly run. I think we've got a great car. Fundamentally, we've got to continue to work until we maximize what we can and get the best result that we can and score as many points as we can, and then we'll continue to close the deficit. Of course, for the lovers of Formula One, you have to keep your fingers crossed and enjoy some breathtaking, race track movement, pit stop, tire switches, and some cluster clashes in Silverstone this weekend.
the starlight, I am the wonder, I'm the legend, I am the man. The thriller, it is not over until the whistle says it's over. It is a feeling, knowing victory is in the way. I am one language, I am one color, I'm one culture, I am the city, I am your order. I bring you the light, I make some upsets, make surprises. I write my story among the legends of football.
It is not over until it is over, and that was the story of Belgium yesterday as Tᴏᴜᴛ scored a controversial last gasp extra time penalty winner for Belgium to complete an incredible 3-2 victory against Senegal in the last 32 of the ongoing FIFA World Cup. Goals from Sunderland, Habib Diarra, and Crystal Palace Ismaïla Sarr saw Belgium trail 2-0 up until the 86th minute of this game. But Belgium substitute Romelu Lukaku, the highest goal scorer for the country, midfielder and captain Tielemans scored twice in the space of 3 minutes to send the game into extra time. As the game was going on, penalties loomed before Tielemans was brought down by Lamine Camara's 117th minute challenge, and the referee gave a sports kick after 7-minute VAR review. According to pundits Roy Keane and Gary Neville, they disagree with the penalty decision. However, Tielemans dusted himself up, stepped up, and slammed the ball into the penalty in the 125th minute, setting up a last last 16 clash against the United States in Seattle on Tuesday, the 7th of July. Senegal were deservedly in front at halftime as Diarra netted a rebound in the 25th minute from Sarr's header, which had crashed back off the post. Sarr then doubled the lead just 6 minutes into the second half as he superbly chested down a long ball, which split the defensive chances from the Belgium before slotting. Belgium pair Kevin De Bruyne and Jeremy Doku were surprisingly taken off in the 56 minutes, and it looked like it would be a 35-year-old De Bruyne's last appearance at the World Cup. However, his Napoli teammate and halftime substitute Lukaku sparked an incredible comeback with 4 minutes of normal time remaining as he steered home Belgium's first shot on target. 2 minutes and 39 seconds later, Tielemans headed in with a Belgium second shot on target after Arsenal's Leandro Trossard crossed to stun Senegal. 20 minutes later, the pair have been involved in heated exchange at the hydration break, but those frustrations are turned to joy as Belgium somehow forced the game and pushed it into extra time. There came extra time controversy as VAR spotted a foul by Camara on Tielemans in the build-up to Dodi Alukebeko hitting the bar, and after lengthy pixel review, the penalty was awarded by the referee in January. Senegal walked off during the African Cup of Nations final in protest at Morocco after being awarded a late spot kick and were subsequently stripped of the title. But there were no such antics this time as Tielemans nevertheless sent Belgium through with the last kick of the World Cup goal, and of course set them the latest goal in their World Cup history with 124 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Wow. A lot of people had also reacted to the penalty called by the referee. Was there contact? Yes. Was the contact big enough to be given a penalty? That is at the discretion of the center referee. Now it ended Senegal 2, Belgium 3. Of course, still on FIFA 2026 World Cup co-hosted by United States, Mexico, and Canada. All of the three host nations are still very much in the World Cup, as United States also cruising to the last 16 after beating Bosnia and Herzegovina yesterday, but will be without Folarin Balogun for their clash against Belgium after his red card. Goals from Balogun and Malik Tillman were enough for the United States to progress for the next stage of the World Cup. The Santa Clara car were brought back to life just before the break when Balogun struck home. The match threatened to boil over in the 62nd minute when Balogun was sent off for a heavy challenge which cut off the ankle of Tariq Moramemovic. Initially, they appeared little concerned when Balogun challenged in the pursuit of a loose ball. Play continued before the VAR instructed the referee to have a second look. The replay told a different story. Balogun's challenge was certainly reckless. He stalled, raked down into Moramovic's calf before catching the turning and the defender's ankle in a challenge that almost carried the risk of a serious injury. There have been no card shown by the on-field officials initially, but after reviewing the incident on the PSI monitor, the referee had little option but to produce a red card for the United States highest goal scorer at this World Cup. The hosts proved to be challenging defensively though, with Bosnia ending the game on just 0.29 worth of expected goal. The second goal came in the 80th minute with Tielemans' free kick attempt from outside the box went up and in over the wall to be the outstretch of Bosnia goalkeeper Nikolaj Village. So in Seattle next week Tuesday, it is the host nation United States versus the conquerors of the Teranga Lions of Senegal, which is Belgium.
So I'm getting red and going higher. I find my odds out. I don't give in, I don't give up. I am one language, I am one color, I'm one culture. I am the city, I am your neighbor, I'm your brother. I bring you the light, I make some upsets, make surprises. I write my story among the legends of football. Cause you came, you saw, you conquer, you go, you try, you fly.
Your life on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM as the journey for the Three Lions continue in the ongoing FIFA World Cup. England fans hoping to attend the World Cup last 16 showdown versus Mexico would face paying a minimum of £2,600 for one ticket on the FIFA resale site. The Three Lions booked a date with co-host at the Estadio Azteca with a 2-1 victory over DR Congo yesterday. The game, which kicked off at 1 p.m. on Monday, will be broadcast live on the official website. fixtures in Mexico City have resulted in some of the highest resale prices, coupled with low supply throughout the tournament, with home supporters eager to watch their team in action. Before the draw in December, the English Supporters Travel Club had given the allocation of 4,000 tickets for the match at the 80,824 capacity stadium. All were sold at the ballot stage in January, and no further tickets to be issued by FIFA, so resale sites are the only way that fans can now get to see the game. Before England's match against DR Congo kicked off, only 250 tickets were listed, which went slightly up to at level at game 273. But overnight, the number rose to 469, with many tickets listed in the supporters value categories behind one of the goalposts. At the end of the day, England will have to spend so much more, £2,600 to watch their players against Mexico in the round of 16 clash. Okay, don't forget that if you're a lover of tennis, you cannot afford to miss the all-white club, as Wimbledon is going on strong. Novak Djokovic outclassed Stefanos Tsitsipas in a statement performance to reach the third round after Jannik Sinner came through a tricky encounter with Nuno Borges to continue his title defense. The 39-year-old Novak Djokovic maintained his pursuit at history at Wimbledon, where he's seeking a record equaling 8th triumph and an outright record 25th major title by beating Tsitsipas 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 in 98 minutes. Djokovic was operating at his clinical best at the center court, where he was watched by Masters champion Rory McIlroy and is supported in the box by actor Ben Stiller. His performance peaked in the second set, where he won 100% of the points behind his first serve and made just one unforced error. I like the terminology vintage. It is nice because it brings back the best days. Djokovic told the crowd after setting up a meeting with the French 25th seed Arthur Rindendache. Obviously, you feel very happy, satisfied, and joyful on the court, especially when you are playing in this fantastic manner. Well, they call him the bad boy with a good heart. Tsitsipas isn't in the best form or in the best place in his career, but the way Djokovic just absolutely dismantled him was incredibly impressive, according to the analysts. Novak Djokovic was absolutely brilliant in the way he went out there and he got the job done. World number one Jannik Sinner, taken to 5 sets by an inspired Mimuro Kenmovic in his opening match, presently grounded a 7-6, 7-4, 7-6, 7-2, 6-4 against Borges on his return to center court 2 days later. Ranked 48th in the world, Portugal's Borges thrilled the crowd and was the better player at times against world number one Jannik Sinner, who upped his level when it mattered the most before charging through the third set to seal his 9th straight win at the All England's club. Jannik Sinner will face American John Simbrowski at the world number 81 next.
Upsets, mixed surprises. I write my story among the legends of football. 'Cause you came, you saw, you conquer, you go, you try, you fly. You know what we came here to do. That's all I wanna shout is go. That's all I wanna shout is go. That's all I wanna shout is go.
Of course, we are taking you through the top scorers at the ongoing FIFA World Cup. Kylian Mbappe with 6 goals and 2 assists. Argentine captain and legend Lionel Messi with 6 goals and 0 assists. England record goal scorer and captain as well, Harry Kane with 5 goals and 0 assists. Arguably the best striker in world football right now, Erling Haaland with Norway with 5 goals, 0 assists. Current Ballon d'Or winner Ousmane Dembele, fresh from back-to-back Champions League victory for his club at PSG, has 4 goals and 2 assists. And of course, a Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. has 4 goals and 1 assist. Well, some bit of good news for Nigerian Youth International. Daniel Daga, as reports reaching us just a few minutes ago, says he has won his appeal and is being unanimously acquitted of all the criminal charges. As a Modo FK statement raised that he is now available for selection in their next games as they await the final judgment on the case. This seems to be some good news. Remember, Daniel Daga has been in trouble with the Swedish club and community after he was sentenced to prison for on allegations and was sentenced for committing rape. By the end of the day, he appealed the decision, claiming that there was consent between him and the female partner involved. At the end of the day, his appeal had gotten the positive review and he's been discharged and acquitted and now reabsorbed back into the Modo team.
Until the whistle says it's over, it is a
I hope he's learned his lessons. When they say fear women, you have to be careful.
I'm one culture, I am the city, I am your neighbor, I'm your brother. I bring you the light, I make some upsets, make surprises. I write my story among the legends of football. 'Cause you came, you saw, you got.
All right, let me pick your call. 0913-600-0410. African teams have been getting knocked out at the round of 32 of the ongoing FIFA World Cup, from DR Congo to Senegal, from Ivory Coast to South Africa. What is going on? We went into the round of 32 with 90% of the teams that we took to the World Cup, with the exception of the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, getting knocked out. But out of the 8 games played so far, 4 African teams are falling apart from South Africa, that probably never had that much opportunity against the host Canada. The other countries have tried, and coincidentally, the 3 of them have conceded goals in the 86th minute that have knocked them out. Hurricane's second goal yesterday against DR Congo was scored in the 86th minute. Norway's equalizer as well against Ivory Coast was scored in the 86th minute as well. What exactly is going on? 0913-600-0410. What do you think is the cause? Why are African teams struggling at this knockout stage of the World Cup? A lot of people have said, it's inferiority complex. A lot of people said, they are probably having the victims mentality. But what do you make of that? Hello, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, this is Tayo. He's calling you from Kenya.
Okay, Tayo from Ikeja.
Yes. Honestly speaking, up until now, I really could have found some people have been responsible for this quagmire that we found our 3 last knockout African teams. I mean, talking about South Africa and also Senegal.
Senegal.
DR Congo. I don't even know how. I think Senegal is the worst. Most how do I call it? Ridiculous.
That game pained me. I'm not going to lie.
I really don't. I've already walked in my room.
A lot of people have gone to sleep. A lot of people have gone to sleep
because it was already just 5 minutes or 4 minutes there about. So I let you know. But I think the coach made a little kind of mistake, I may say. He made some last minute changes and probably reshuffling, because ordinarily at that point in time, that match ought not to have even entered extra time in the first instance. So the moment I realized that the team got into extra time, then I know that was trouble. Something would definitely happen, because the confidence, the
momentum was now with the Belgians.
Exactly. Because when you look at that 72 minutes, when the coach of Belgian coach was changing, 2 players like that. Look at the height of. I was just looking at the height of De Bruyne right there on the stick. I was even thinking one thing for him that so this guy is last show off in the World Cup will be. That was what I even thought. That was what I thought. So I was looking everything up only for it to happen that way. So I'm sure, even while I'm still gnashing with the pain of that yesterday loss of Senegal. So I wonder what will be going on in their own countries now, because it's a typical thing that usually happens. I was just telling my wife that thank God it was not Nigeria, because what happened to them was always something that has been happening to our Super Eagles, up until where we found ourselves. So it's really, I think there is a need to reset.
Thank you very much. So for context, apart from South Africa that were knocked out by Canada, the other 3 African teams that have lost have conceded goals in the 86th minute. Haaland's winning goal for Norway against Ivory Coast was scored in the 86th minute. Hurricanes' winning goal, his second yesterday against DR Congo, was scored in the 86th minute. And Lukaku's goal for Belgium against Senegal yesterday was also scored in the 86th minute, and those goals were significant enough in knocking out African teams from the World Cup. And so it looks like it's a deja vu. Why does it have to be at the tail end of games that African teams have struggled to hold on to wins? Let me talk to Michael.
Hello, okay.
You're welcome, Michael.
I greet you, Baba.
Welcome.
Well done, job. And how is Agbatoni?
It's good.
All right. See, one thing that I noticed is, I don't know, maybe it's the coach mentality or the player's mentality. Once you are winning, you need to calm yourself. This is not about, this is World Cup. Okay, fine, you are winning, you are leading 2-0 or you are leading 1-0 till you get to maybe like 70 or 60 minutes. You don't rest until the game is finished. But I notice most of all those Africans,
they get tired.
They get tired. It is only Morocco that you will see that fight from the day 1 to the end. They don't care. But all the other African countries, they give up. Why? You are leading 2-0. And yet,
and it was not just a 2-0. They were still dominating Belgium.
I'm telling you. Okay, now, do you notice one thing about Carlo Ancelotti in Brazil? Even when he was losing 1-0 to Japan, you didn't see the man shaking, shivering from the seat. Just calm. And when the player were looking at him on the seat, like the coach is seriously calm, they have the faith that, okay, man, that means this man has belief and has faith that something will still come out. And before you know, those guys did a good job and they bring something out. But you will see those African ones, the coach will be like, jumping from one place to another. Like, okay, fine, I'm leading. You need to calm yourself.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael. I really feel for Africa at this World Cup because I'm hoping that things can be done. One of the most controversial decisions at this World Cup so far is players being red carded for covering their mouth when they are speaking to other players. Boy, UEFA has come out to say that players who cover their mouth in confrontation with opponent will not be shown red card in UEFA competition, and that was confirmed just about an hour ago. European football's governing body will not take up the option to use the law in the Champions League, Europa League, or in the Conference League. The issue of players covering their mouth became high profile in January between Benfica winger Gianluca Prestiani when he raised his shirts while speaking to Real Madrid Vinicius Jr. During the Champions League game. The Argentine international was accused of racially abusing and provisionally banned for 1 match following the UEFA investigation. Prestiani was found guilty of homophobic conduct and banned for 6 matches, 3 of which were suspended. The law change for a red card was the brainchild of FIFA President Gianni Infantino, who wanted something that would have a deterrent effect at the World Cup. It was approved by the IFAB in April. Paraguay's Miguel Almiron was the first player to be sent off in his side's World Cup group game against Turkey until Arsenal's defender Pierre-Emerick then saw red in Ecuador's last 16 exits to Mexico. Both players were dismissed following a video assistant referee review. Despite the Prestiani incident happening in his own flashy competition, UEFA has decided against using the Gianni Infantino's option. Okay, so don't worry. During the FIFA World Cup, players can be getting red carded, but when it comes to the UEFA competition, the competition that actually warranted the rule in the first place is to not take effect. We have to leave right now. This program returns tomorrow, but it is going to be with Game Changer from 6 to 8 p.m. You know why it is. One of the best time on radio. Don't miss that. My name is ᴑᴜᴜ Akene. For the next couple of days, I'm going to be riding solo, but of course, you get to hear a couple of new voices are joining us with our analysis. So stay with us. I'll be back on the show on Monday, but this show returns tomorrow from 6 p.m. Stay safe and don't forget to keep your dial locked only on Milan 98.3 FM. Have a beautiful evening and bye for now.